Hodaki Big Show podcast.
We're talking about Keizie's upcoming wedding next Saturday.
Bloody awesome.
A few nerves happening. Have you got any advice for Keyzie? Text it through on 3483 because he could certainly use it.
Well, I think I'm fine. I mean, I'm not nervous or anything. I'm pretty excited, actually. If anything, it's going to be a good day. I can't see anything going wrong. We've sort of prepared for everything.
Yeah. As long as you're not doing any one of those, those bloody dances, they get those.
Yeah.
We do. Of course, we're doing a dance. Everyone.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Well, what do you mean? Don't do a dance? I mean,
do a dance, but sometimes you see on Instagram and all that, and they do one of those choreographed.
Well,
and you just want to absolutely crawl under your chair and die because it's so embarrassing.
Yeah. Right.
Actually, I remember my wife actually saying to me that she wanted to do that. Wanted to do a choreographed sort of
Yeah.
Well, if that's your attitude, I don't want to marry you anymore.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, totally.
I had a similar thing, man, and it was just like, because she wanted to do one of those choreographed numbers as well. And I said, look, you and I have been together for, 8 years? I've never, ever danced with you. Not once.
Right.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to start now? Think again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, fair call, man.
I was basically like, look, I've never once
danced.
Because
what I find about it, sorry, Keyzie, but what I find about these, they go, and they get trained up by people, or they get a
pouring good money after bed. Yeah.
What are they called? Choreographer.
Yeah.
And they.
Well, I did do that.
It's so show-offy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's like,
you're already getting married. Do we have to do a special dance?
Exactly.
Of course, it's look at me.
Do, swirl,
yeah.
In the air. Oh, I know what everyone's going on.
Crossing my hands over my knees. It's fun.
Oh, have you guys been watching us or something?
Yeah.
Are you doing? You're not doing that.
You're not doing that. Are you? You're not doing a choreographed dance.
Nah.
Yeah. Yes.
But it'll be good, man. I tell you what, I'm bloody excited about it. Can't wait to see how the day plans out. Got a few things to do, obviously, Hoity J, and we do need to catch up on that, Keyzie, as well, because
on what?
Your communications around everything have been pretty poor, actually. Despite all the emails we've been sending to Hoity, not one back. Not one back. And even though we are the MCs, amongst other things, does it mean you still haven't sent us the invite? I don't know where it is.
No, it's
I know
coming.
it's Saturday. I know it's at 3 o'clock, but I don't know where. I know it's in Christchurch.
Yeah.
So it's been narrowed down.
I've been on my Air New Zealand app. I still can't see the flights there yet, but I'm sure. I mean, they'll probably turn up. But also, I don't want to make a big deal about it because I think this is about you, Keyzie, and it's about your day.
Yeah.
Your day. But that money I loaned you for the engagement ring, she's got way out of control now, mate.
Right.
The interest is really compounded. So I really need you to sort that before the day.
No,
otherwise, I'm pulling it.
Do you reckon we could just?
I mean, if I have to go to that wedding and literally pull it off her finger, I will.
Do you reckon we could just put that loan to bed just over the next few weeks and that? Let me get through the wedding, the honeymoon, and then we can deal with it after that?
Got a honeymoon, have you?
Yeah, why?
How are you paying for that?
Oh, I've got some savings.
Because I don't know if you read the fine print, us being the MCs. We wanted half the fee paid before the day, obviously.
Yeah. Check your emails again. I sent it to your NZMe email account. So
you might have that.
I do have my NZMe email account.
Good on you, mate.
When did you send that, Keyzie?
3 months ago. Have a look, Jace. It's in there. It's definitely in there, mate.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Keyzie getting married next Saturday. A big occasion. He's going to be leaving us for 2 weeks. And how are you feeling, Keyzie? I mean, what's the vibe in the household? Obviously, your lovely fiance absolutely filthy with you with the Buzzy signing yesterday and then getting on it last night. But what's the vibe in the team, mate?
I'd just like to reiterate that my fiance did see me signing some Buzzies at Robbie's yesterday, and she thought it was funny.
Well, the thing about you signing Buzzies, that's the least of it, man.
Oh, yeah.
The more time you're spending signing Buzzies, the less time you're doing all the other filth.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's the tip of the iceberg, isn't it?
Well, to be honest, the nerves aren't
But we
there.
won't go on about that on air, though, by the way, Keyzie, or the other stuff.
Because that could get me in a lot of trouble week after the wedding. I'm not nervous at all. No nerves.
Oh, dear.
No. It's going to go well. We're fully planned up. All I've got to do is a few things like write my vows, for example. Still got to do that.
Oh, you haven't done that yet?
No.
Oh, jeez.
No, I haven't. But I don't think it'll be too hard. I'll just sit down, pour my heart out for an hour there, and something good will come. But like, honestly, not nervous at all. A lot of people, hey, you must be nervous. Like, nah. Been with my fiancée for over a decade.
Yeah.
She knows what she's getting. I know what I'm getting.
The thrill's long gone, isn't it?
You were saying off here.
Oh, I don't remember saying it like that. What I was saying was after over a decade, and you know this, Jace, because you're 26 years or whatever with your partner. You just, whatever the next challenge is, whatever's the next thing on the horizon, you just tackle it together.
Yeah, well,
hand in hand.
You were saying off here, it's just another day, really. And to be honest, it was a little bit tedious. You just wanted to chill out and do a bit of PlayStation. But
you had a game of golf on that you were pretty keen to get to, but look, sometimes you got to do something for them, man. And marriage is one of those things. And as you say, you do have these things that come up, and you got to tick them off. You get engaged, you stay engaged for as long as you possibly can. Then you get married, you lock that in. And if you ever have any troubles in your relationship, a marriage, it makes no difference. If you're not enjoying it, you can just can it.
Right, yeah. Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, married or not, you just bin it.
I don't think that'll be an issue. I don't think I'll be canning it anytime soon. I don't think she will be either. In fact, I have organised for a 9-hole game of golf, 9 a.m. that morning, with a few of my friends of mine.
Having a few beers, are you?
Yeah, a few beers there.
God. See, this is the thing. This is the thing for and for anybody else, Jace, if it was you, for myself, anybody else who was normal, I'd be saying, do exactly that. Couple of beers, round of golf, something like that. But for you, you are very much like Jace with a chippy. Jace has one chippy, he has a billion chippies. You have one beer, you have a billion beers.
Yeah, you're a runaway train, Keyzie, once you get started, mate. And what worries me, because I was like you a little bit for my wedding. I was like, sweet as.
Right.
And the celebrant said to me, do you want me to have your vows so that you don't forget them? And I was like, no worries at all. No worries at all. On the day, mate, absolute nightmare. I had a mare. First time I've ever forgotten my lines in my life.
Yeah, and this is the thing, like you not being nervous now, what that probably means is when you get up, when you're standing up in front of everyone, you see your fiancé there coming up the aisle there, all the nerves are going to hit you at once. And Jace, I've seen this a million times, and I'll put $1,000 on it by thinking, Keyzie, we've got a fainter.
We're going to faint it.
Yeah.
Really? You reckon?
Yeah.
I think you're going to keel over.
Yeah.
I'd bet the house on it.
But that's good you're relaxed, Keyzie. It's good. I mean...
Well, I was relaxed.
Yeah. Fainter, yeah. Totes, I can see that.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
We're talking Keizie's wedding, which is impending this next weekend. It's going to be away from us for a couple of weeks. Enjoying the fruits of being a newly married man.
Yeah.
Making it all legal, Minogue.
Yeah, that's right.
You got your licence all sorted out and all that sort of jazz?
Wedding license?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think my fiance's all over that.
Yep. So that's one of the things that happen. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit of an oddity, like immediately following the ceremony, where you're sort of expecting to do your vows. I now pronounce you, and you're sort of expecting to walk out. But
you got
they
a pash on that, by the way?
No, I don't want to. My fiance wants to, and I don't want to. Pash,
like tongue pash.
Yeah.
Okay, I just
want a big, long, traditional.
Most of the relationships you've been in, you're not allowed to kiss.
Yeah.
But yeah, they waylay you. So you do your pronounce your man and wife. Everybody applauds. There'll be a few people crying because they think it's a terrible mistake she's making. But then they take you off to the side, and you've got to sign your license there.
Yeah.
So you'll have yourself, your now wife. And they'll have a witness as well, and I think the celebrant might get involved. And just a tip on that, Keyzie, what's probably going to happen is you are going to get nerves at some point, and you're going to start thinking to yourself, as she's standing down the end of the aisle there, here she comes, looking as beautiful as she ever has. You're thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm going to be married to this person for the rest of my life. What am I doing? What am I thinking?
No.
So the trick is there, if you're having those thoughts and you're sort of, you're making your way, you've fainted already, you've been sort of slapped awake again. And then
they
you've
put
got
a beer down your throat just to sort of rev you up again.
You've got up again, you've sort of made your way through the vows, all the while thinking, what am I doing? When you go over there and sign your name, just go with John Doe.
Yeah.
Right, isn't that what they put down for like corpses they can't identify?
Unidentified, that's
totally.
right. So if you sign that, now you might get a couple of months into the wedding, into your marriage, and think this is going good. Right. But then one day you are going to wake up and go, what have I done?
Really? Did
and
that
on
happen
that
to you
day,
guys?
on that day, you can bring up the license, and it will be completely annulled never valid because that is not your signature.
And what you've got to realise too with the old licence, as soon as you sign that Keyzie, for example,
that's not how I signed.
Chris Keyzie.
That's not my last
That's
name.
half your assets gone, mate.
Yeah.
Immediately half your assets gone, and any future earnings. Have you read all the fine print and stuff like that in terms of the licence and exactly what? Because a big mistake that a lot of people make, don't they, Mogi?
Yeah.
Is they don't read the fine print.
No, that's fine.
And that's where you get absolutely shafted,
Well,
Keyzie.
I'm fully planning on never having to go through splitting up and dividing assets and all that sort of stuff, so I don't think that'll be an issue.
I know, Keyzie, we're on here, mate, but as you were saying off here, you think it's probably 30-70 chance at best.
Yes.
And so, I mean, look, you've just have got to be aware of that. I mean, you know, that PlayStation, gone. That Xbox, gone. The porn collection, gone.
What about my truck?
Oh, your truck that you've been doing up with your dad?
Yeah.
Your daddy's truck, you mean?
No, it's my truck.
Well, it's your truck, but your daddy did all the work on it.
He's teaching me. I did half of it.
Why? No, but he actually did all the work on your truck.
But do I get to keep that?
You should call it Big Daddy's.
Why are you so... Okay, so
everything's gone, in other words.
Yeah.
And what she's going to do, man, is she's going to use your truck, which is now her truck,
right,
to drive over your Xbox and your PlayStation and all your filthy porn.
And also, when she inevitably does leave, she's going to pile all of the stuff in the back of the old Big Daddy's truck.
It's
there
not Big Daddy's.
And drive off with all Keyzie's precious stuff.
Right, okay. But don't worry, I'm not going to blow it. I don't think it'll come to that. I think we'll be happily married for a long time.
Old Keyzie, eh? Head in the clouds.
Oh, boy.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
On the day of the wedding, Keyzie, you going to do the business at the end of the day?
What do you mean?
Going to make love to your new wife?
Well, actually, it's funny you ask that because we discussed this and I was like, look, I want to be totally honest. I don't think I will be able to. I think I'll be tired. I think I'll be quite drunk. All my friends and family are there. We've had a great time. And to sort of, have that hanging over you.
Ruined by making love to your wife. Yeah, what would you? No, you're right there, Keyzie, actually.
That's not what I meant. I mean,
by all means, prioritise the boozing over, making love to your lovely new wife. I mean, what did you do on the night, Minagi?
Well, Keyzie is right. It is a long day.
It is a long day.
You're sort of up at about
especially
6
when you fainted like 4 or 5 times.
Why am I fainting all of a sudden?
And spend it with the mates. You've got to get ready for it. You've got to get to the venue, sort things out there. You've got to meet all the guests. The guest is the groom.
Yeah, you've got to greet them all.
So there's all of those sorts of things. It's obviously it's a big day. It's never going to probably happen again in your life.
Well, not in our case.
No, and so that sort of stuff can weigh on you. Then, of course, you've got the ceremony itself, you've got the dinner, you've got the MC, and you've got the first dance, you've got all of the other dancing. You're getting hammered before you know it, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So by the time we got back to our room, our session only lasted for probably 3 or 4 hours. So it was, we didn't put in a great effort. But the thing about, what I find is great about my wife and our relationship is that I'm very attracted to her.
Yes.
But that's obviously different for Keyzie.
Yeah. Oh, look,
I'm massively attracted to my fiancée.
I'm of a like mind, actually, Minogi. All the stuff that you just mentioned there.
Yeah.
It wasn't until, we heard the birds chirping and the sun pouring through the curtains there that we ended our session. And we went to bed about midnight. So what time did the sun come up? 6:30, 7. So
7 hours, right, okay.
But, it was and it was a night of lovemaking Keyzie will never forget.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll get into it. I mean...
not when you're
for us, man.
No, not when you're sloppy drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm all right.
And another thing I'd just like to point out, Keyzie, is...
do you have to?
Please, please, please don't embarrass yourself by hitting on the bridesmaids, all right?
Yeah, totally.
Well,
because that is not the day to do it. Any other wedding, I'd say fill your boots.
We don't actually have any bridesmaids.
Oh,
we did originally.
Yeah, you were saying off here that your wife didn't, your fiancé didn't want to get them because the temptation might be too much for old Keyzie.
And Keyzie.
What?
Keyzie, mate. This is really important.
Is it? It better be.
Open your ears here, mate.
Okay.
Please.
What?
Please, on the night when you've gone to your private little residence there, no massive Keyzie steamers, mate. Because that's going to taint the whole night if Keyzie does a landmine in the old bowl there.
Jace,
right?
don't tell me what to do, all right?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Mike and Jace will be back on Monday with Pugs running the cutter in my spot. I'm off for 2 weeks to go and get married. So I guess I'll see everyone in 2 weeks' time. Minogue, it's going to be a massive loss to the show, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we'll obviously we'll have to adjust. Pugs has had a lot of experience, across many shows in this great nation of ours, which is how he managed to get himself here. So, look, it's a great opportunity for Pugs. It's a great opportunity.
Really
I mean, there's certainly been radio shows where this sort of thing has happened before. Someone's feeling a bit crook and they have to take a couple of weeks off. Next thing you know, they've been given the arse, and
I don't think that
and it was
happen.
all a dream. Next thing you know. You sort of. I can just imagine Keyzie actually pulling into a BP service station, and there you are, pumping gas, or not that there's anything wrong with that, but certainly I don't think it's your dream. And so, so to prepare yourself for it, if you think your job is that safe that you can take 2 weeks off, more power to you, brother.
I'm getting married, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And
well, it takes a couple of hours to do that, but anyway, if you feel you're all good, then yeah, tickety-boo, man.
Well, thanks. I know that you guys will certainly go into bat for me, and I also know that it's massive shoes for Pugs to step into. My job is quite technical. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of pressures. You got to bring 90% of the content for the show. And you've got to take a lot of heat as well. But I know for a fact that Pugs gets steamed all the time.
Yeah, he carries it much better.
He does massive steamers and that.
That's disrespectful, Keyzie.
He's a bit of a brain as well, so you guys will be able to go to town on him. But we've got to shoot off. We have to go to the Black Clash.
We've got to go. All the best, mate.
Thank you.
The wedding is a huge, huge milestone to check off. It's going to be a ripper of a day. We'll see you there, of course. Jason and I emceeing, and really looking forward to being able to be there and witness you fainting live in action. Good on you, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Keyzie, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, it's good, fellas. Good to be back. I'll be honest, I had 2 weeks off. I was picturing coming back. I was looking forward to it.
God, that went fast.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it seemed like it dragged out quite a lot, to be honest, when I was listening.
For you it did.
For
Yeah.
you.
Jeez,
Nah,
it
as
just
it was-
bolted by with us and old Pugsy.
Well, actually, just on that Pugsy thing, have you guys got a new intro made or something? A new show intro made? What
we
do you
don't
mean?
know how to make intros,
I don't
man.
do intros, Keyzie. That's admin
That's
stuff.
grunt work.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is that Pugs filled in for, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Barely.
Hang on a minute. 2 glorious weeks.
Yeah, beautiful, mate. If it wasn't for Pugs, I wouldn't have got through those 2 weeks because it was pretty
'cause
good
you don't know how to
times.
push the
and,
button.
Got a shoulder to cry on, man.
Oh,
Tell you
mate.
what.
Good man.
Yeah,
Good
but
man.
what
And
I'm
his
saying is
his
2 weeks.
His bear hugs before the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The big bear hugs. God, they were good.
We just had a bloody good time with them, actually.
Yeah,
Keyzie
yeah,
went
yeah.
away for a Waitangi weekend, just the three of us.
Yes.
Oh, Pugs, the Three Musketeers, we
Yeah,
call
yeah,
ourselves.
Is that what you're calling yourself?
Yeah.
Oh.
In his little, he was in the sidecar, wasn't he?
was.
I was bitch there.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I just think after 2 weeks of, barely keeping the ship afloat, he shouldn't have his name in the title.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, well, any complaints, man, just write them down on a piece of paper
Okay.
and shove them up your...
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Keyzie's back in the house, and we asked you to text through on 3483. Say good day and welcome him back. What are we looking at there, Mogi?
Got one here on 3483, says... Bring back Pugs. Just have a little dig at there. Keyzie already has a sound of bitterness in his voice, and he's only been married 5 minutes. This one here says, Keyzie, you mad bastard. Backbone, hashtag backbone.
Oh, that's
nice. That's a nice one, man.
I did get quite a few messages actually over the past 2 weeks saying, Keyzie, you're the backbone of the show, we need you to come back, that sort of stuff. So that was really nice.
All your steam,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
So, how was the wedding, man? Because
Yeah, talk us through
obviously it was a bit of a weird one for us.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, because we were lined up there to do. We're going to be the celebrants,
Oh, that's right.
MCs,
Yes.
catering,
Yes.
ushers.
Yes.
We're going to park the cars.
Yes.
And right at the last minute there, Keyzie, you pulled the pin on us. So, not only do we not do any of that stuff, we weren't even invited to the wedding.
No.
So that we could critique it.
No.
Ah.
Oh, don't worry. I got a lot of texts. You're talking about messages from people. I got a lot of texts from the people at the wedding there. But anyway, carry on. Yeah.
People at the wedding. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, it was just one of those things where, I was really looking forward to having you guys doing all those roles.
Yeah.
My wife She was very excited for you guys to do all those roles as well.
Yes. Well, she was the one that sort of got us on board for the whole thing.
My wife.
Yeah.
And then, just with all the weather that was happening in Auckland, it sounded like you guys had your hands full with Pugs, who was barely keeping the show afloat. I was like, you know what? These guys have got enough on their plate. I'll help them out this one time, and I'll say, look, don't worry about it.
Bloody good of you, man. Bloody good of you. Appreciate that, man.
Luckily, I had a full wedding plan, like backup plan, ready to go. So we just executed that.
It's funny, though, because I know, sort of leading into it, you're certainly, penny pinching, I guess, is a phrase for it. I mean, you were doing everything on the cheap. You had a really cheap suit. I think you got that for nothing.
It was a hire from Barker's, wasn't it? Yeah.
You found your wife's dress in one of those recycling clothing bins on the way home from
one of those blue ones.
Wow, wasn't it?
And I think you're on the no alcohol, was it? Or you actually run the cash bar. You didn't even supply any booze.
Yeah.
So I was surprised when you just cancelled it. You said that you were thinking about us. And you're just going to have to eat the cancellation fees, obviously, incurred by Jason and I not attending. But then, we couldn't book out and do any other shows or gigs because, we'd booked in with you.
And totally, man. And on that front, I mean, I had them stacked up, as they are this time of year, Minogue. I reckon
wedding season,
I
Keyzie.
reckon I lost 70, 80 grand that weekend.
Wow.
But then... As Minogue quite rightly points out, and if you look at the fine print there, Keyzie, read the contracts, cancellation fee is 85% of the initial fee.
Yeah,
right. And what was the initial fee again?
$140K.
Yeah.
But that's split between me and Jace, so you're getting two for the price of one.
Exactly. Also, you've got to add the 80K on for the engagement ring, so that's still not been sorted out. Which,
right.
And
to be honest with you, I'm a bit filthy about, Keyzie.
You're looking to get into a house this year, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, all I can say is...
Maybe an ant house.
Nice.
I really do regret not having you guys there. I mean...
Yeah, you should.
You would have been the life of the
party.
party.
Don't worry about us, man. Look, we still get paid, and that is the main thing as far as we're concerned.
Totally money for jam.
Did I give you guys an account or anything like that, or a credit card, or...
Huh?
No, I didn't? Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, we'll sort it out.
Under pressure, Keyzie, under financial pressure.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Talk us through the wedding, Keyzie. Obviously, Minogue and I weren't there, mate.
Once again, I'm so sorry about that.
You cancelled on us, but it is what it is. You still have to pay the cancellation fee. But
talk
us through the actual day, because I got quite a number of texts about it.
Right. Well, it was pretty... I thought it was fantastic.
Have it, man?
So it was at my my wife, her childhood home. Which
saved another few bob there. Good on you, mate.
Yeah, good on you.
Well, I mean, it wasn't more about saving money, but it was more about her getting to walk down the aisle in the same garden where she got to run around growing up. You know what I mean? As a child. So it was quite nice. Had the ceremony about 3 o'clock.
Sarah what?
The ceremony.
Ceremony, I think.
Ceremony. Yeah, ceremony. I hope you didn't say that on the day.
Why? No, I didn't have it.
Everyone, the ceremony's nearly ready.
Well, I wasn't emceeing
Come on, ceremony's going to start soon.
And everyone's like, what?
What's he talking about?
So the ceremony at 3.
Again?
I didn't have any... We didn't have bridesmaids or groomsmen or anything. It was
can't tempt old Keyzie.
Yeah, but that was a good choice. That was one of the good decisions you made.
Right. So I was just up there on me by myself, and then my wife, I suppose fiancée back then, her mum and dad both walked her down the aisle, which was really nice.
Why is she trying to get away?
Nah, I just think it was a nice gesture. You get rid of the tradition of just the old fella doing it.
Yeah, right.
Get mum there as well.
Dragging her down there, kicking and
Sounds
screaming.
like she wanted to bolt, and they needed to just cut her off both sides.
Anyway.
But good.
Yeah, and then halfway down the old aisle there, I noticed that she was holding back tears, sort of...
Yeah, regret.
Yeah.
We've had a few.
When you're so happy that you just can't hold it all in, and then so that made me tear up a wee bit. That was really nice. We said our vows, which we wrote ourselves, which was really nice as well. And then, sealed the deal and...
in front of everyone?
Yeah, kissed.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So that'd be classic.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Would it?
Yep.
Anyway, we went off and got our photos taken just around her mum's garden, which is really lovely.
Filth or just normal wedding photos?
Yeah.
Oh, no, just wedding photos.
I've seen about 5 wedding photos, and it was just you sculling booze out of a bottle.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was good.
Who was the photographer, by the way?
It was a lovely girl called Tish.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, Tish. Yeah.
Yeah,
Had a mate of mine that actually got her to do.
I could
her-
take better photos with a potato.
Yeah,
Anyway, all
totally.
good, man.
Yeah, and then we
The
just
old Polaroid. But the douche.
we had the marquee in the back garden there, and a great band. And,
Oh, tent.
yeah, tent. Yeah, but like a real fancy marquee.
Yeah.
And
Must
then
have saved a few bob on that, did you?
wow. And then you had a beautiful sort of roast lamb, salmon. We had some beef brisket. And then, danced the night away.
Oh,
It was fantastic.
okay,
And
yeah,
then
man.
put everyone on a bus at midnight and they all went home.
Yeah.
So,
So you made them pay for tickets, though, on the bus.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
yeah, well, it's a bus, you know. Well, it wasn't me asking them for money. It was
You pointed them to the bus stop, and then
They took off. Yeah, that's what that's what I heard. Yeah.
yeah, but no, I do wish you guys were there, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, we would have been, but you cancelled us, and then we weren't invited. So,
The weather, you know, and just
yeah, all good though.
You know
all
how
good
it
though.
is.
And then, what time did you get to bed? Go to bed at the same time, did you?
went to bed about 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And
I don't understand the question.
yeah.
Great stuff, Keys. That's great. It sounds good.
Yeah,
man.
we did, all right.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
He's been away for 2 weeks getting married, Keyzie?
Yeah, Jace.
Yeah, he's a married man now, Keyzie.
Hands off.
A few broken hearts out there, eh?
Actually, we've
stop
had a
it.
bit of news that there's been a lot of the old, some of the establishments around the city have closed down now that Keyzie's shut up shop.
Yeah, man.
What do you mean?
I mean, good for your sort of marriage, but terrible for Auckland CBD.
Right. Oh, well, I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I'm a married man now. I've got a wife, Mrs. Keyzie.
Is it Mrs. Keyzie?
Nah, she hates that.
Right, okay. Hey, now, Mogi and I weren't invited. No, is she?
Well, it seems this is the second show in a row.
Don't worry about it.
No.
Don't
No
worry about
issue
it.
at all,
But,
Keyzie.
I mean, you brought it up a lot, is what I'm saying. That's not an issue.
No, it's not an issue. We just brought it up because we wanted to make sure that you realised it wasn't an issue that we weren't invited to your
Oh,
wedding.
okay, yeah.
I mean, that was fine. It's all good. So we didn't sort of get to sort of experience, you know, that wonderful moment in your life with your lovely fiancée there and be a part of it, did we, Minogi?
No, that's right. And then lo and behold, it's absolutely going off on TikTok. There's this video being uploaded of some steamed son of a bee doing his old speech there to his bride, and thought, hang on a minute, it can't be, can it? It can't
What?
be.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nash.
Jace there. Anyway, we've got a hold of the audio and we'll bang it up for you, shall we?
Kia ora everyone, thanks for coming, especially the bridesmaids, am I right? That's just a little joke to break the ice there. I just want to say thanks to everyone for being here. I love you guys so much, and it's choice you could make it here today. And to my beautiful wife, I'd just like to say... Sorry, I'd just like to say... I'd just like to say, I think I'm gonna puke.
Keyzie.
Yeah, big old power bomb there, Keyzie.
I don't remember that happening.
Yeah,
No,
no, I'm
I'm
not
not
surprised.
surprised,
Not
yeah.
surprised at all there.
Where'd you get that TikTok?
Yeah, that was on TikTok.
it was on
Have you heard of
TikTok, yeah.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone at my wedding's filmed it and put it on TikTok. without telling
20,000 likes.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah. I mean,
that's,
it's huge.
that's a good thing. You can tell everyone likes it by the amount of likes it's getting.
Does that mean?
So
does that
people
mean
are like,
it's?
yeah.
Does that mean it's trending, Mogi?
Oh, it's on its way to trending, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm predicting 3 to 4 million likes.
Yeah, because I saw it and went, Jesus, this is just going to launch Keyzie into
Oh,
the
100%.
stratosphere on the old Sosh Med there.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And to be honest, it was a bit of a confirmation of the debacle that I thought it was going to
Yeah.
be. I got to be honest. Oh, Mogi and I were a bit concerned about, how many beersies you were going to have.
How many
there
beersies
before-
I was gonna have.
Yeah, just on that front, you know what I mean? So,
Well, I mean, I don't remember it sounding that bad in person.
No.
I do know, though, that, just on the topic of people steamed, you guys called me, do you remember that? You called me, left me a voicemail?
Yeah, we gave you a call.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wishing you all the best,
Yeah, you did that. Then you called me again on the wedding night. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Totally, mate.
You remember
course.
that?
Of course we remembered it.
Trying to ring you up, man.
Yeah, but you sounded like, you wouldn't remember it the next day, that's for sure.
On the bright side, we weren't at a wedding, at our own wedding.
Yeah.
Puking
Getting
all over
married.
the joint.
Yeah. On our
Look,
in-laws.
you do your wedding how you want, all right? I'm going to do mine how I want.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Just in the last break there, heard the debacle of the Keyzie speech at his wedding, and it's going massive on TikTok.
Once again, I don't remember it playing out like
No,
that.
I'm not surprised you don't remember Keyzie.
Right.
I mean, doing a power chunder at your wedding there, and your big moment, your big speech in front of the in-laws there, not a good look.
No, well, can I just say I wasn't the only one massively steamed on that Saturday night, by the way. You guys rang me and left me a message.
Yeah.
I managed to get Pugs to get the audio. Do you want to hear that? Do you want to hear how steamed you guys are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You mad bastard, yeah. Hey? Hey, look, we just thought we'd give you a call, man, and just say congratulations. We're really stoked for you getting married. What a huge occasion for an absolute backbone. Massive backbone, Keyzie, you are, mate, and hope you're having a really great day. And here, the weather down there is great. It's a pretty shit house up here, but no, that's great, mate. And hopefully it's all going to plan and everything's sort of sorted, and you're having a really good time down there with all your friends and that. Yeah, I mean, we would have loved to have been there, but of course, we weren't invited. Not invited, Keyzie. We don't want to come anyway. I didn't want to anyway, mate. Yeah, but nah, it's all good. Sweet as, dickhead. Yeah, nah, it's fine, Keyzie. Yeah. You enjoy yourself, mate. Don't get too pissed. See you on Tuesday week, big man. Yeah, good on you, Keyzie. Husband. Unless Pugs takes over. Eh? Yeah, he's doing good, old Pugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? That's an absolute shambles of a voicemail.
How so?
What do you mean?
Well, you're both clearly off your face.
Hear what you want to hear, Keyzie.
Clearly really jealous that I was at the wedding.
If you're trying to in some way minimise the debacle of your speech there, it's not going to happen, Keyzie. Straight as an arrow.
We were
Sober as a church.
We were in the pokey room of some pub out west there, weren't we,
Yeah, we
Jace?
were, mate, yeah.
We might have had a couple of Alka-Seltzers. We might have had a couple of shandies. And I think we're entitled to on a Saturday night after a hard week of being top radio DJs.
I just think it's...
Thank you,
Where
mate.
you don't get hammered.
Totally, yeah.
One of the places you don't get hammered is at your wedding before you give the speech. After you give your speech, sure. But I guess, that's just the way you play ball.
Well, look,
The way you roll, Keyzie.
sure, me maybe being too steamed at my own wedding to not give a speech is a bit of a debacle, but
Well,
the
I know
fact-
you
you
gave a
puked-
speech.
you puked
everywhere.
But you did a power bomb in your
you
speech.
guys hanging out together, getting really steamed in a pokey room, and then at 3 a.m. thinking, oh no, we'll call Keyzie because all we do is think about Keyzie. We'll leave him a message, and then you come across as really jealous that you guys weren't there. You know,
Oh, boy.
what's the saddest out of those two?
There's a lot of sadness there for sure. Just not the sadness you're thinking of, I think, Keyzie.
Dear, oh dear.
Got some more coverage too, actually, which we'll play tomorrow. I think too much of it, and people will just be like, "Geez, what a shambles!"
I actually feel sick listening to
I hope it's
Keyzie.
not.
Yeah,
when I
that other
shit
stuff.
myself during the ceremony.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.